Did ancient humans invent dogs, or did one weird wolf just discover free leftovers and refuse to leave? Picture this. A prehistoric camp sits under a cold sky. The fire is cracking. Someone is roasting meat. Everyone is tired, smoky, and probably arguing about who forgot to bring the good spear. Then, at the edge of the darkness, two glowing eyes appear. Not a monster, not yet a pet, a wolf. Every human freezes. Every wolf freezes. And somewhere in that awkward silence, one of history's strangest friendships begins. Nobody at that camp says, "Great news, team! We are about to create the golden retriever." They do not have a business plan. They do not have chew toys. They definitely do not have tiny sweaters. They have bones, danger, hunger, and a very suspicious animal staring at dinner. For a long time, humans and wolves were not best friends. They were competitors. Both hunted. Both wanted meat. Both had sharp opinions about personal space. A wolf near camp was not cute. It was a problem with teeth. But nature loves weird loopholes. Some wolves were bolder than others, not braver in a heroic movie way. More like, "I know this is dangerous, but that bone smells amazing." Those wolves stayed near human camps. Not too close. Just close enough to sniff, wait, and maybe grab a scrap when nobody was looking. The most aggressive wolves probably got chased away, or worse. But the calmer ones had a chance. They did not need to become pets overnight. They only needed to be slightly less terrifying than the other wolves. That tiny difference mattered. Imagine two wolves. One charges into camp like a furry disaster with fangs. The other waits politely at a distance, making the ancient version of puppy eyes. Which one gets tolerated? Exactly. Over generations, the wolves that could handle humans had better access to leftovers. The humans that could tolerate useful wolves got something too. An alarm system. Wolves noticed danger. They heard movement in the dark. They smelled things humans could not. If something dangerous came near camp, wolves reacted first. So the relationship may have started very simply. The wolves cleaned up food scraps. The humans got early warning signals. Not romantic. Very practical. Basically, the first version of friendship was trash management with benefits. And that is where the broken belief comes in. We often imagine ancient humans proudly choosing a wolf pup and saying, "I shall domesticate you." But the real story may be messier, slower, and funnier. Dogs may not have started because humans chose wolves. They may have started because certain wolves chose human camps. They moved into the neighborhood without signing a lease. At first, humans probably did not think, "This is my loyal companion." They may have thought, "That scary thing is back again." But it did not bite anyone today. That is not love. But it is a beginning. The mystery is how a dangerous predator became an animal that now sleeps beside us, steals socks, and panics when the vacuum cleaner appears. How does evolution go from wolf to who's a good boy? The answer is not magic. It is selection. Small behavior changes can create big results over time. The friendlier wolves survived better near people. Their pups inherited some of that tolerance. Those pups grew up around human smells, human voices, human fires, and human food. Bit by bit, the line between wild neighbor and camp companion became blurry. A wolf that stayed calm near humans was useful. A wolf that followed hunters could help track animals. A wolf that barked or howled at danger could protect the camp. A wolf that played with children without biting them was suddenly not just tolerated. It was valuable, and humans are very good at noticing useful things. A sharp stone becomes a tool. A controlled flame becomes a hearth. A calm wolf becomes something new. Still, this did not happen in one cute afternoon. No ancient person tossed a bone and accidentally downloaded Dog version 1.0. It took thousands of years. Bodies changed, faces changed, behavior changed. Some wolves became smaller, more social, more patient, and more tuned to human signals. They learned our movements. We learned theirs. A raised hand, a glance, a direction, a warning sound. Two species began reading each other. That part is almost unbelievable. Modern dogs can often follow human gestures in ways many animals cannot. They watch our faces. They notice our mood. They act like tiny emotional detectives with paws. But the root of that bond may have been simple survival. And probably a lot of confused staring across campfires. Now imagine the first human who realized one of these wolf dogs was not just hanging around. It was following. The group moves. The animal follows. The hunters leave. The animal follows. Someone drops a bone. The animal definitely follows. At some point, a human must have looked at this creature and thought, I guess this is ours now. Meanwhile, the animal probably thought, excellent, the tall monkeys are trainable. That is the cognitive twist. Maybe dogs were not invented like tools. Maybe they were co-created like a friendship. Humans changed wolves by rewarding calmness, usefulness, and trust. But wolves changed humans too. They gave us protection, they helped us hunt, they entered our stories. They became part of our camps, our migrations, our rituals, and eventually our homes. A dog is not just a domesticated wolf. A dog is proof that survival can turn into affection. That is strange and beautiful, because most ancient survival deals were harsh. You find food or you starve. You watch the darkness or something eats you. You stay with the group or you vanish. But this deal was different. One species had fire in hands. The other had noses, ears, speed, and warning instincts. Together, they became harder to surprise. And maybe that is why the bond feels so deep today. When a dog looks at you like you are the center of the universe, part of that look is modern love. But part of it may be ancient teamwork, a campfire memory wearing fur, a tiny echo of the night when two nervous species decided not to attack each other. That is why dogs feel both silly and profound. They chase their tails. They bark at harmless bags. They act personally betrayed by baths. But behind all that comedy is one of the oldest partnerships humans ever formed. Before cities, before farms, before written language, before anyone could post a picture of a puppy and write, "My heart cannot handle this." There were humans, wolves, cold nights, and scraps near a fire. And somehow, from that awkward beginning, we got dogs. Not because ancient humans were genius pet designers. Not because wolves were secretly waiting to become Labradors. But because evolution noticed a useful accident and kept repeating it. A little less fear. A little more tolerance. A little more food. A little more trust. Repeat that for thousands of years, and a predator becomes a partner. So the next time a dog stares at your dinner like it has never eaten in its entire life, remember this. That strategy may be older than civilization. Those eyes have been working on humans for a very long time. Maybe the first dog was not born from command. Maybe it was born from curiosity. A hungry wolf took one cautious step toward a fire. A human chose not to throw the spear, and history quietly wagged its tail. So, what do you think? Did ancient humans accidentally invent dogs, or did dogs patiently invent a better version of us?